incredibly generous donor who wishes to remain anonymous, although he is here this evening, and I hope he's in this room. He not only funded our beginning, but he has guided us for 18 years along the way with his gentle, profound, kind, generous wisdom. Another Godwink was Ruth Anna Carlson Leonetti, who's walking in right now. Without any prodding, Ruth Anna offered to undertake the legal red tape to help us become a legitimate 501c3 foundation back 18 years ago. It was a Godwink. We're profoundly, John and I feel we're profoundly blessed to have a long, very lengthy list of Godwinks. With the Godwinks and the help of many of you, we have impacted the lives of over 6,000 people, mainly children. We have 2 residential homes for 24 wonderful. But it's all of you. It's just the 2 of us screaming and begging for your help constantly. But without your help, it wouldn't happen. We're blessed. We have 2 residential homes for 25 incredibly wonderful students whom we educate from 7th grade through college or graduate school. We have established a large computer center and a very successful sewing center. Our students learn skills to be master tailors or seamstresses, and many of their products are on the tables for sale here tonight. We have a program that we initiated with the Bowler School of Business called Feed a Village, wherein we support 6 villages with much needed, desperately needed food, clothing, medical care, and educational support. And this year, we have introduced a new program called Hope for Honduran Children Think Tank. We believe in the Tibetan proverb, thank you, Mimi, who introduced me to this proverb that I use constantly. A child without education is like a bird without wings. Some shocking statistics about the 4 million people living in isolated mountain villages of Honduras. They have no running water, they have no electricity, they have no paved roads, they have no cell or internet reception. By and large, they have nothing. They have no jobs. 78% of the entire country is unemployed. There is a serious lack of food. Food is what promotes those kids to get online and travel to the border. It's the lack of food that is driving them here. Not my kids, or our kids. Honduras, 50% of the women are illiterate. Honduras has the worst education system in Central and Latin America, as stated by the United Nations. Public education in Honduras ends in grade 6, and there's a serious lack in the mountains of any school anywhere. They're very few and far between. So there's a lack of school. Teachers only are required to have a high school diploma, and supplies and books are non-existent in the mountains. Hope for Honduran Children is determined to bring education to the rural villages and provide lifelong learning opportunities for countless children and their families. Otherwise, the poverty just goes on and on and on. In 2020, is that where we are now? Oh no, it was in 2020. We applied for a $6,000 grant to help provide high school education for 26 students in a village that is 3 hours to a town. We did not get the grant. On November 26th, we learned that we didn't receive it, and I was dumbfounded, I was upset, I was depressed, and I was angry as a wet cat. I was really angry. How could somebody not give $6,000 to provide a future for 26 kids? Well, guess what? God winked. The very next morning, I received a phone call from a John Carroll Bowler graduate. John and I used to serve as assistant teachers at Bowler. And I answered the phone, and this voice said, "Hi, it's Erica Potter. Are you in the room, Erica?" And Erica said, "I think we need to talk. My dad, you need to meet my dad. My dad's, is he there too?" Oh, good, there you go. "So you need to meet my dad." We put our heads together, we made a plan, we built a strategy, and we developed the Hope for Honduran Children think tank. Don't ask me about the technology, ask Erica or her dad, because I don't understand anything technological, but it works. We're providing the underserved population with personal learning tablets called Learn Kernels. They're extremely cost effective and not dependent on cell or internet reception. And there is nothing else out there like it. So we can buy these $35 Learn Kernels and take it up into the mountains. There's a little more involved. I put classroom material on there, take it to the mountains, and these kids are getting an education with our Learn Kernel devices. We initiated, let me see, where was I? Now children are receiving an education. They have engaging videos on these Learn Kernel devices with all kinds of lessons in reading and arithmetic and math and science and Spanish language. And for the adults, we are going to be providing adult lessons in healthcare, hygiene, prenatal care, alcohol and drug addiction, and skill training. We initiated the pilot program in 2021 for 100 students. It was so successful that this past August, we received requests for another 350 students to participate in phase 2 of the Learn Kernel program. I can tell you from 18 years of experience that as something becomes successful, the line forms down miles of unpaved mountain roads and other people wanting to be part of the program. Education is their only escape route. Their poverty is deplorable, yet it continues for 4 million people, minus 450 that we've given the Learn Kernels to. We believe that making lifelong learning available, including the training of employable skills, Think Tank will transform opportunities for a healthier and more productive future. It's a simple $35 investment that can put wings on the bird and put an entire family on the path of a much brighter future. It's a profound experience, and we invite all of you to come see for yourselves. We're planning 4 amazing service trips in 2022. We are doing 4 trips. It's safe, it's joyful, it's amazing, it's life-changing. So contact me if you even have the tiniest inkling of wanting to know more about it. Okay, and raise your hand if you've been there with us. All right, and they all survived. Okay, so I am pleased, privileged, and honored to welcome here tonight Erica. Stand up, Potter. John Carroll Roger who called me and said, "Hey Karen, I want to tell you something about my dad." And I called and answered her and said, "So what's your dad done?" Jeff, stand up. Jeff Potter developed the Learn Kernel, which is now going to many places throughout the world. So he is changing life for millions already. We're just so far at 450. So thank you, and what a beautiful God wink. Thank all of you.